I'll come back and see when it stops throbbing. Morning world, welcome to Thursday 29th of June, and I'm already having a better day than Dave. Up you go. Right, so day before yesterday, Dave got chased across the yard by some honeybees and they nailed him. They stung him on the arm there and he was not happy about it. There was nearly all-out war declared on the honeybees, but like I said, probably better not do that. So yeah, he cussed and complained about that for quite a while. Anyway, this morning, they did the levelling compound in the toilet yesterday, so they're laying floor tiles today. He's just been down and got some tiles from down the shed. We had some down here. Cut the ribbon on the tape on the box, put his hand in to grab a tile. There was a bumblebee in there. And now that's nailed him on his little finger. So yeah, he's not happy. I didn't laugh much. I mean, only a little bit. All right, so this morning it's back on with the topper. I've got some rough grass in the paddocks down here, and I've got to tidy up that corner then by Bluebell Wood. I thought about mowing it, considered mowing it, but you know what, I don't think, even if I cut it, I think it's all stalk, I don't think they're going to eat it. So I've decided to top it, flail it, mulch it, and get in there, and then about 1 o'clock I think we're going to go over and see Reg. He's invited me to go over because the agronomist is coming over to look at the wheat. Don't know if I'm going to video that or not, but we're going to go and look at the wheat and talk about the wheat and talk about this year's crop, talk about the ground, and we're also going to talk about what we're going to put in next year. As in, we're going to go second wheat, we're not going to go champagne again. So what are we going to go with? What variety are we going to go with next year? I think I might lift the arms up again. That left a bit higher. Okay, right, let's go and cut a bit of grass. Oh no, the brake's on. Right, well I think we're at the point now with the drought, which is what I'm calling it, and the lack of luster in anything growing. I mean, I've not put any fertilizer on this because, to be honest, there's not been enough moisture to really activate it, to get it going. We have a protected urea fertiliser, so it won't do any real harm putting it on as such, but it's still the point where if the cattle are out grazing, I don't want them picking up any of those pellets. I would rather they were dissolved into the ground. So we've not put any fertiliser on it. We need some rain. The ground and the grass needs some rain, so there's still moisture 4 or 5 inches down, but it's not enough. It's now getting beyond the roots and it's transpiring out of the grass faster than it can pick it up. So I think it's got to the point now where we've already closed off the bottom left-hand field. I think we're now, I'm going to let them come in and tidy up behind me in here. They'll probably come in and have a hoover up from what I'm doing here, but I think we're going to close the bottom right-hand field as well and let them roam this, the avenue and the golf course, and that's it. We'll shut that off, and I think we're going to have to start feeding our winter feed, so which is definitely not what I want, but they need grub. We have to hope for some rain later in the year and hope that we can make back what we're going to lose in the next month, because the grass isn't going to come back overnight. Even if we get a dose of good rain, it's not going to come back overnight. What a pain in the bum. Well, we're only going gently at it. Definitely not like a bull at a gate. So it's only a small piece, it won't take long. But I may as well mash it up properly. So we got some thistles out here that are coming into seed. Well, the flowers are open on them, so best time to smash a thistle is when he's in flower. So, and I want to smash them up good. So yeah, we'll take our time. Well, go on then. You told me you wanted to stop for a wee. Did you want to stop for a wee? Is that what you were barking at? So we had a conversation in the tractor cab, and she basically said, I want something. There are only two things it can be. It's either she wants to get out for a wee, or what's hidden under the cushion. So we're hedging our bets. We're getting out the tractor. She can have a wee if she wants to. She doesn't look overly bothered about that for a minute. So it means the other thing. Anyway, we're right here. I'll just show you what we're doing. So that's what we've got. So cattle have been out, and they really have. I mean, it was too long. It was. I mean, there's still grub in there, but because it's been flattened down, they've got all this coarse stuff on top, and they cannot be bothered to get down and get this nicer green stuff down. But they're just not bothering. They're just walking on it. So what I'm doing is getting rid of what's left of the seed heads. I mean, most of the seed heads are gone. They're not joined anymore. But all this stalky stuff, they're not interested. So we're going over it with a topper, and we're basically, I'm not going very deep. We're literally just taking the top off. So all the seed heads, leaving enough grass on there. And obviously this has got to be gone out. I'm hoping the cattle are going to come and pick this over, because now it's broken down. That looks a bit more palatable than that or that. It's got two chances. They'll either pick it over, or it'll end up just mulching back in the ground again. So yeah, so we're leaving a good, what, 4 inches height on there. I'm not skimming it off, I'm not sculpting it. Machine's doing a pretty good job. I'm still getting used to this thing. I can't make my mind up if I really, really like it or I don't like it at all. But it's one of those things where I think you just need to have a bit of time and get used to it. So this is very different to the old Teagle. In comparison, the Teagle was dead simple. It's kind of, you put it on, you set the top link to the height you want, you set your lift height, you set your draft height, and that's it. You just go up and down, but you do leave tyre marks. Where this fella, I haven't got him right. You can actually go out further than this, but I don't like putting that PTO shaft. I know it's designed to do it. I don't like having it right outside. So I am running over the crop with one wheel, but it doesn't seem to do any harm. So, right, someone's disturbing the dogs. Mrs. P and Holly and Dave are up there, so whatever it is, they can sort out. Right, we're going to finish this. You didn't want to pee at all, did you? Eh? You didn't want to pee? I think what she wanted, actually, oh, they're gone. Have I used them all? Oh no, there they are. I think that's what she wanted. Come on. Is that what you wanted? Is it? Was that it? Do you want a nasty pink one? See, there's nothing attractive about that at all. That stinks. You really sure you want to eat that? No wonder she's got stinky breath. Did that touch the sides? Okay, right. Only getting one. The rest of them can go back under there where you can't get them. Right, my brother called me just now. He wants to pop over this afternoon. I got some old tin that I've not really got any use for. And I said to him a few weeks ago, look, if you want it, come on up yourself, take it away. You can use it to start, you know. He's literally only building his place from scratch. He's where I was 20 years ago. So I got some stuff I don't need. So he might as well make use of it. So. Oh. That's better. Anyway, we're forecasting rain tomorrow. And I'm hoping that is going to happen because that will help this no end. This was about to get it. And take that. All gone. You wouldn't even know it had been there. Right, dinner is done. It was an unusual dinner, as in it was leftovers from last night's tea. Holly decided we were having Chinese, and I was told, because I only wanted half of it, I was told that that's what I was having for dinner today as well. So yeah, special curry, special fried rice, reheated in the microwave. It was better first time. Anyway, we're on our way over to the farm to see Reg and the agronomist. Like I said earlier, I don't know if I'll be videoing anything from there. I don't know if the agronomist is camera shy or if what we're talking about is kind of not for sharing. But basically we're, I think, looking at any problems and issues we've got with the crop we got now, recommendations for sprays, whether they be herbicides, pesticides, fungicides, usually something ending in side. So we're looking at that, and I think we're also going to be having a discussion as far as what varieties of wheat we have to choose from to put in the ground next year. It'll probably be a feed wheat again, so it'll be a second wheat. So yeah, I've been invited to come over and join in the conversation, so that's where I'm going. It's all part of farming. It's not all about driving tractors and big shiny machinery and stuff like that. A lot of it is planning ahead, trying to work out what the world's going to want in, well, 2 years' time, what the world's going to need, what we think is going to be best for the ground, for the soil, to work in the rotations of what we're going to do, and what we can sell, what we can get the best price for, because at the end of the day, farming is a business. Farmers don't do it for fun, although we might look like we do it for fun all the time. I mean, most farmers, that is their sole income, that's what they get. And bearing in mind that a lot of farmers might only get 2 or 3 checks a year. Okay, so all you folks that out there complain about being paid monthly, you get a guaranteed paycheck every month, and it's coming. So that's not the same with farms. We've got to make 1, 2, or 3 paychecks a year last the year. That includes paying all the wages, the insurances, the machinery, service, upkeep, inputs for the ground, breakdowns. All has to come out of maybe 2 or 3 payments a year on the arable side. Dairy guys and the beef, not quite so bad because it's a bit more regular. So dairy, I presume, is monthly, but it's even then, they don't control the prices any more than we do. We don't know what the wheat price is going to be. The second crop we're going to be planning today, we've no idea what it's going to be worth. We've got a rough idea what it's going to cost to produce it, but as for the value, that kind of depends on what's going on in the world and the weather. Well, that was an interesting hour or so. Obviously I'm back home now from Regis. Met with the agronomist. Unfortunately, he got tied up in traffic, didn't have as much time to spend as we hoped, or at least I didn't. I had to get back. You noisy devil. Is that going to be... No, not air ambulance. I'm going to sneeze. I'm going to sneeze. I didn't sneeze. Anyway, so basically we were discussing this year's crop. So we're growing Champion, which is a feed wheat, and we're kind of okay with it. It's doing all right. It's a bit stalky, which is okay for me anyway, because I want the straw. But chatting with the agronomist, it was kind of Champion's not the best in some things, but it's also very good in others. So resistance to Septora is apparently very good, but the bushel weight can be a bit less, and some of the values can be a bit less than some of the other varieties. I think as you sort of pays your money and takes your choice as far as these wheat varieties are concerned. But anyway, we were deciding whether we were going to go with Champion again, or if we were going to go with a different variety as a second wheat. So the decision is still not really made. We ummed and ahed about doing half and half, maybe doing 30 acres in Champion and maybe 30 acres in something like Typhoon, or there was another variety, begins with D, I can't remember what he called it, which has different characteristics. But the other varieties we looked at weren't as good at battling against Septora, so it's a minefield of decisions. That's all right. I'll look at you guys in a minute. Yeah, we also looked at oats briefly, but the problem we got is with the amount of acreage we've got and the barn we have, wheat will fill our barn. If we planted if we planted oats, it's quite possible we don't have enough barn space. Get off, fly. So it's kind of, again, we looked at oats. Reg would like to plant peas, but unfortunately the market for peas is pretty poor, apparently. Yeah, so So that's what we were talking about. Basically, varieties of wheat that we're looking at is our second wheat, liabilities if we do on different choices and different options. Yeah. So actually, to be honest, after an hour and a half, we're not that much wiser. Oh, I need to get the mower in here. You need to go. Gotcha. So do you. Yeah. So it's we kind of decided what we're doing, but we haven't definitely decided what we're doing. I think the bugbear is wheat prices right now are quite low, which should mean that seed prices are not high. When it comes to harvest, Reg is convinced that come September, wheat is going to go back up. He did say a number, I'm not going to repeat that number, but he's predicted where it could be come end of September. And if that's the case, seed prices are going to go up as well. And it's down to a case of, if we buy seed now, it's cheaper. If we want to plant different varieties, I don't know. There are so many different decisions to make. So many different options. Right, I wanted to have a look at the pond. I'm a bit concerned about the pond. I think the pond could be empty. Ooh, missus. It's not very full. Right. Well, I kind of thought this might be the case. Still some in there. That's why we dug the deep bit in the middle of it. So there's still room for some life in there. Whether there's anything left in there, I do not know. Plenty of water boatmen. So it's full of predators. But I'm not expecting to find much in the way of little froggies around here. And quite possibly the newts have gone as well. I don't know what it is with the two collies, but they've just got to go out there and annoy the cattle. So, oi! Thank you. They just got to go out there and show the cattle who's boss. And the thing is, the cattle aren't convinced. So they just stand there and look at them and go, yeah. And? Anyway, while we're down here, the guys are just having a bit of a tidy up. They finished early what they were doing. They're having a bit of a tidy up of all the trees we lifted around the bottom avenue the other day. Cattle have had all the leaves off of it. There's a few more bits to cut, but I think we'll probably just chip them straight away today. Right. Let's go see how they're getting on. Please, just put your nose through the gate. I reckon he's making a meal out of that. Oh, yeah, on purpose, so we ain't got to clear up. I reckon I could reach that from the floor. I reckon I could reach that from the floor. Yeah. Well, zzz, zzz, done. Yeah. I can reach that bit as well from the floor. See, I reckon he's in there, so he hasn't got to drag it and put it in there. Oh, is it? See, up here for thinking, down there for skiving. Yeah. See, real farmers would scoff at that, look. Oh, cherry picker do that. Look. I could definitely reach out from the floor. Is there one on there, Mark? Is there a branch on that ash we can have off? Is there a branch on that ash tree we can have off?
Back in there.
Make him a bit shorter then. Oh yeah. There's the problem. In there. Okay. Yeah, we'll have a bit off there. Yeah, okay, yeah, like I say, shorten that one. Is there? Oh, we'll have that as well then. All right. Right, we'll leave them to it a minute. It's 4:30, so they're going to pack up in a minute, but I think what we're going to do is probably come back down tomorrow. We've got a job on in the morning, but they should be finished lunchtime, so I think we're going to come back down tomorrow and finish off doing a reduction on that ash. It won't be a full pollard, it'll be a semi-pollard again. But yeah, Martin has spotted that split in there when he was doing the rest of the trees the other day. And I said we better have that off. Sod's law, if I don't, we'll have a storm tomorrow or tonight or something and it'll fall off and smash the fence, and then I'll wish I'd done it. And they were here, machinery was here. Just get on and do it.